Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Grille, the Tier 5 German SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Halluf, and it's under the command of Port Q2. Yes, it's another of my replays. I did say there was another video concerning the Grille replays I had. Well, you can see I've got 2 marks on the barrel. I'm very close to 95% at the moment, and I'm working my way up to it by doing as much damage on the enemy as I can. You can see that I haven't moved very far from the spawn point because I'm actually going to stick around the garage, around the cap area. The problem with the Grille is that it can't fire over the entire range of the map, and if you want to get a lot of damage, you need to be fairly close to the enemy. So I'm looking into the enemy area of the map down in the valley, expecting that somebody is probably going to make a trip down. In fact, I changed view to go to the top, and look at this. A looks came into sight, and now we've got an A20. Okay, so I'm dialing in on that target. I actually fired snap, but I actually wanted to wound that guy so my teammates could take him out. So I got a hit, and I picked up 54 hit points of damage and 64 stun assist. Now this looks is trying to make his way around the back, so I'm trying to aim ahead, but the Grille dials in very slowly. I fired, snap, and too late. He's gone round the corner. Now I'm going to lose sight of him momentarily because we don't have any eyes in that area at the moment. The M44, who went to that side of the map, has had to retreat and move away. And I'm going to have to change position as well, because although I'm sufficiently far away at the moment from him, the fact is that he might see me if I'm firing because my tracer. So I've gone behind a bush, and I'm looking for the looks. Found him. Okay. I think he's still there on that spot, but I'm going to give it a shell anyway, just to see if I can catch him. No, he pulled away. But he didn't move very far. Okay, again, big reticule bloom, because there's only 5 degrees arc either side of the center line. So if you don't get it within that arc, you get massive reticule bloom. Well, I came into this battle to try and do damage on the enemy. I need as much damage as possible. In fact, I need about 1100 hit points of damage to get an average, which would give me a 3rd mark. So rounds out on the OI, long distance away, right in the northwest corner, and it's almost at maximum range, not quite at maximum range. But no joy on that shell because it actually hit the rocks. Trying to land the shell the other side of the rocks. The Grille does have a really good trajectory, but sometimes RNG says no, and again it says no, lands the shell on the rocks. And that's the only tank round there until we spot this one, a VK3001P. Now he is a good target to aim at, and I'm trying to keep it within the 5 degree mark. Rounds out on him, and it does get some hit points of damage, splashes him, and I've been spotted by someone, and I'm trying to work out who spotted me. Very odd. Now, oh, I just seen who it was. It's that looks again, and he seems to have seen where I was, probably from the tracer, and I'm now trying to retreat away from him. But the Grille is not very fast, only 42 kilometers an hour, and going uphill it's only about 22. That's where it really does help, actually, having the turbo instead of a camo net. In fact, that's what I've got on this at the moment. So I think I may swap that camo net for the... and there's the looks again. He's gone down into the valley. Yes, I'll swap the camo net for a turbo. Okay, T-34 over on the other side of the valley saw him. He just got tracked. I'm dialing in as fast as I can, but it's just so slow on the dial-in. And he has been killed. So he's out the game. I'm still very worried about that looks, though. Stugdei Ausführung B and an Su-76 just outside range. It's a long range shot right to the other side of the battlefield, so I'm moving forwards to try and get a decent shot on target. Dialing in on the Su-76M. Let's see if I can get it right on the money. Fully dialed in, rounds out. Well, big hit, 181. I got 65 of stun assist straight away. And there's the kill. So he's out the game as well. We're 4 up on the enemy at the moment. I've been spotted again. And it's the looks. He's chasing me. Oh, no. What can I do now? He knows where I am and he wants the kill. So I'm going to try and get away and try and get closer to my teammates so they can do something about him. But he is chasing. Oh dear. Well, that's one. I brake check him. I reverse into him, get some damage on him, and then turn to try and fire at him. But my teammate in the T78 got the kill and saved my neck. And I typed thank you in chat afterwards. Yeah, that was nice of him to do that. You can see the M44 moved a lot closer to the valley. And I'm going to join him, actually. I think I need a little security. The brake check on him actually cost me a few hit points. 78 in total, actually. Well, I think that may have been the second shot. No, the 45 hit points. I've got a Stug guy out on B, the other side of the valley. We've seen that guy before, I think. Rounds out on him. Yeah, just go over the top, but he is stunned. And it won't last very long, the stun. So I'm going to try another shot, because Stugs can be dangerous in the hands of somebody who knows how to use them. Lining up the shot, and rounds out. This should hit. Well, I get some splash, 191. He's tracked, and he's stunned. But none of my teammates are shooting at him. In fact, the 3001P is ignoring him. And luckily, the M44 that I'm almost alongside actually got the kill shot. Okay, enemy Grille. Oh, I got reticule bloom again there. Only a slight adjustment, and you suddenly get that reticule bloom. Now, I'm firing blind. I don't know exactly where he is. I'm going to have to get closer. Yeah, you can see the M44 is having no trouble. He's punching those rounds in. So I'm going to have to get close to this bush. Now, luckily, there's only 2 enemies left. The Grille and the Duck, the AMX-40. T78 is going to look. I found the Grille. Rounds out. Oh, I got a bloom. But I did get the kill anyway. Even though I got a reticule bloom just as I fired. Now, I suspect that the AMX... Yes, he is in there. Okay, can I get a shot in there? I'm reloading as quickly as I can. Standard reload, 22.53 seconds. I've got a reload of 18.99. Rounds out on him. And it hits his engine deck. And I pick up 156. He's going to go down. T78's there now. And in fact, the kill shot goes to the T78. And the game is over. Here's the end of battle result, and after being chased by a Lux with angry intent, I picked up a first-class tanker in that game, as well as a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I actually got 10, and I got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on my team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. My win rate was 1989. Not great, but it's acceptable for trying to get the 3rd mark. Look at team score, we can actually see that the highest damage in the game was actually done by the T78. He picked up a high caliber for 2,149 hit points. He also saved my life because he was the guy who responded and took out that Lux that was harassing me. Because otherwise I would have died for sure. The second highest score was the KV1 with 1,837 hit points. 3rd highest was the ARL V39 on the enemy team, 1,579, and I only got 863. But yes, I need an average of about 1,100 to get the 3rd mark. With the kills, it was the T78 that did the best with the Stug. They both got 3 kills each. 2 kills went to the KV1, the M44, the Matilda, and on the enemy team, only 1 player got more than 1 kill, and that was the ARL V39 with only 4 other players actually managing to get a kill at all in the game. Yes, and that Lux the real pain in the butt. He didn't get much in the way of damage, but he certainly caused me a few heart attacks. In fact, I think there's 2 Lux actually on the enemy team, but I think this was the one that chased me. Anyway, you can see that apart from the high caliber player, I was the only other one with the Matilda who actually managed to get a medal. The Matilda got a Spartan, I got the Confederate. Anyway, on XP, we can see I'm a little closer to the top because the high score was the T78, 1024, 891 to the KB1, and 729 went to me. 13 shots fired, 3 direct hits, 1 penetrating shot on the enemy. I think that was the gorilla on the enemy team. I completely wiped him out. Yes, there we go. It was a penetrating shot. 8 splash, damage of 863 hit points, of which 833 were at more than 300 meters. The difference being the break test on the looks, which did work. I did manage to get some damage off him. And 2 hits received from the enemy, both penetrations from the looks. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 1 was killed, and I got 209 hit points of damage assistance and 781 hit points of stun assist of 8 stuns. Now, I earned a profit from that game, 93,463 credits, and I also got 7,110 XP, and at least I stayed alive in the game. Anyway, that's the end of the first game. Let's have a look at the second one. The second replay is on the Mines map, and we're on the South Spawn. Okay, well, there's only one Arty either side in this game, and the opposite number is a bishop. So this should be a bit of fun because I actually have slightly more range than he does from this map, and I can actually sit in a position, and I don't think he can get me unless, of course, he goes up onto the hill, and there's very little chance of him doing that. So I'm occupied a position where I can actually really hammer the enemy if they try to come into the hill. And the T-34-85's not coming in, but I think that Panzer T-25 wants to come in. And now he's badly damaged, 130 hit points. He's stunned, he's slow. And he's dead. So he's out the game. Okay, T-34-85 taking serious damage. He wants to pull back. Fire the one in. Get some damage on the T-37 as he pulls back, but I got the stun on them as well. That kind of persuaded them that they ought not to come to the center of the map. Now, there is a Stug there, but I'm going after the Churchill because I'm almost fully dialed in. Rounds out. Yep. Direct hit, 99 hit points. Got stun assist straight away. I'm not having to actually indicate these targets, mostly because my teammates are hitting them immediately. So I know that I've got a good one on. I mark this one, the T-25-2. Rounds out. Well, only splash. He managed to dodge the shell, but I think he's had enough as well. And I think he's off to try and retire. But there's that Stug, the one we saw earlier. And I think our guys up on the hill are enjoying this. Yep, the Stug's gone. Can I get a shot on this T-25-2? No, because he pulls back into cover. And I suddenly saw, I thought I saw that there was maybe some fire coming from this area. Not absolutely certain. Was there an Arty? Could be that he's behind that house. Okay, well, no joy there. But in fact, if I'd aimed up here, I would have got the Wolverine. And it looks like the Wolverine is now moving into cover. And with good reason, because if he doesn't move into cover, he's going to get absolutely hammered. And if he stays there, he is definitely going to die, because I'm going to put a round straight into him and take him out of the game. Rounds out. Yep, he's there. Okay, so we've got another one. I go back to the house, because I'm fairly certain there's somebody in near that position. He's behind the house, because, of course, our teammates can see that area from the hill. I think it is the bishop. I just saw the tracer and I fired the round in. Okay, defenses went down. Still can't see him. I'm pretty sure he's still there. So I'm going to put another round into that area just to see if I can get him. Rounds out. Okay, no joy on that occasion either. So he might be a bit closer to the house. Can I get a shot on these guys? There's somebody sitting on that corner. I think it's the T-34-85M. And suddenly see the bishop. He was there, and he was badly damaged, and he's just gone down. Some of my shots did actually splash him. Rounds out on whatever's on that corner, and he does take a hit. I think it was the T-34-85M. Okay, T-28 up on top of the plateau. Lining up the shots. Lost sight of him, and he's gone, and that was an Amarak. Okay, going back to that corner again. Oh, we see the T-34 making a run for it, and he gets taken out. Okay, AMXF-13 FL-11. I splash him, and he gets killed immediately, so I picked up some damage and some stun assist. There's only 3 enemies left. I need to get closer if I'm going to get any damage whatsoever. I doubt if I'm going to get much more. Well, the enemy Hellcat's just been spotted, and I'm dialing in, but he dies before I can get any shot on. We're just coming up to the 4 minutes 30 mark, and there's only one more enemy left, and he dies on the 10 minutes 26 seconds left. So it's under 5 minutes, and it's a 15-5 victory this time. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was another first-class tanker, a bruiser, and a Confederate. This time, 10 critical hits, and, well, a lot more enemy tanks hit. The win rate on this one, 2,060. As I said, it was a bit of a massacre, really. Although, actually, it was 15-5 at the end, not a 15-0 like in the fastest game that we played earlier this evening. But, yes, it still went very badly for the enemy, because after I managed to get those shots on the tanks at the centre, I don't think they wanted to get anywhere near the centre of the map because they knew they'd get hit very badly. I didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the 45 TP, who picked up a steel wall and 1,841 hit points, not 20% of the enemy hit pool. Second highest damage is the T25 AT on our team, 1,825. And the third highest damage goes to the Hellcat on the enemy team, 1,521 hit points of damage. I only got 893 out of that one, but it's still, just below the average that I need to get the win. If we look at kills, we can see that the highest number over 45 TP again, 5 kills to him, 4 kills to the T25 AT, 2 kills went to the Dickermax on our team, and the T28 HTC on the enemy team. In fact, only 4 players on the enemy team managed to get kills in that game. Well, on this one, you can see I only got the 1 kill in the game, and I also got 704 base XP, which actually puts me in 3rd place after the 45 TP and the T25 AT. I fired only 10 rounds in the game, got 2 direct hits on the enemy, 13 splash, 893 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 1 killed, so there's the Confederate, 1,123 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns, and I think that's what was keeping my average up, because I was certainly getting a fair amount of stun assist from the guys on the hill. I actually made a profit, 29,038 credits, and I also got 25 bonds from this one, and 2,112 XP. So yes, that was the second game. Let's have a look at the third one. The last game is on Erlenberg, and it's an assault game. We're on the attacking team, so this should be interesting. Game on. As you know, assault games only 10 minutes. And so you've got to make the most of it as much as you can. I'm going to move into the trees to start with. From these positions, I can actually shoot right up the high street at the enemy tanks. Yep, I knocked a tree over. Bad boy. The enemy Arty in this game is a Grille and a 105 FH18B2. And yeah, they're going to have a little more significance later on during the game, as you'll probably see. Okay, well, game starting well. Our team are moving forward on all flanks. And the first enemy that gets spotted, a T-3485M. Now, I'm nowhere near fully dialed in. Try and fire around at him. Nope, got some stun, but he immediately got rid of it with some first aid. Now, he's on this side, and we've got an IS the other side. Now, I can probably put a round into him if he stays in that little area. And it looks like he's worried about the IS. Rounds out. Yep, got a direct hit, 195. The IS takes the Q, and I get some more stun assist out of it. Okay, if he keeps staying there, I'll get some damage on him. The IS, I think, has got the... can't tell his barrel, but... Oh, the T-3485's gone. In the meantime, our Porlac tank got trapped by Churchill 7 over on this side of the map, and I'm not fully dialed in, so I can't help him just yet. Rounds out. Well, I managed to stun the Churchill and got some splash, but it's very, very little. Only 19. I'm hurriedly reloading as quickly as I can. And now we've got a T1 Heavy joining him. So this is really bad because the Porlax is going to be hit from the side and the front at the same time. So I'm going for the T1 Heavy first. And I get a direct hit for 75. He didn't like that. No, he's pulling back. He doesn't want to get attacked again. He's realizing it's bad news. But the Porlax down to his last few hit points. And the Churchill 7 got him. Okay, Churchill 7 is really badly damaged though. He's only got 150. And the T1 Heavy's decided to move into the courtyard. And I got him with a parting shot just as he was pulling back. Oh, he's fairly badly damaged now at T1. He thinks he's safe in the courtyard. Of course he's not. And look, we've got the Churchill 7 coming to try and get Arty 2. And I can probably put the shell through that window. And I do. And he's out the game. Yeah, beware of windows on this side of the map. It can be very, very dangerous indeed. Okay, the M4A1 looks as if he wants to go up onto the heights. I see that we do have a Super Hellcat down that side of the map, but no enemy in sight. Okay, going back, the M4A1's taken up a position, and yes, I can shoot through a window again. Just need to get the right shot on him. Let it fully dial in. Rounds out. Yep, through the window, 200 hit points. He's suddenly questioning his life decisions. He's still firing, but obviously he's realised that it's a bit dangerous to be in that position. The other Arty on our team is actually firing at him from the other side of the river, and he suddenly realised he's in a very unsafe position, and now he's out the game. So I've got my second kill, and that T1 Heavy comes into sight again. He didn't learn, and he's going to suffer another hit if I get shot on target. Okay, so I'm going to fire into the courtyard. Rounds out. And he gets another hit. 223 this time. Okay. So, we're almost at 6 minute. Well, we've gone past the 6 minute mark now. Remember, only 10-minute games. So you have to do everything within that 10 minutes. And I just see this IS-2 moving into the castle grounds, which is not good news. I can't get a shot on him before he pulls through. The T1 Heavy's gone into a position where I can't get him. I don't think the IS-2 is going to come directly at me. I think he's going to go round the back. The enemy's making every move as if they are trying to go and do a sweep around one side or one flank or the other. So what I'm going to try and do, I think, is wait to see if that T1 pulls back, or if the IS-2 is making a move. Now, can I get a shot on target? Zips over his head, explodes harmlessly. But this is a major problem now because he's gone behind the house and I can't shoot behind the house. All I can do is try and take out that T1 Heavy. No, can't get the T1 Heavy. Our teammates over by the west side of the map are being torn to shreds by the IS-2, I'm afraid. And our IS comes around the corner to take out the T1 Heavy. And he's gone. Okay, so I've got a situation here now. My teammates are retreating on the west side of the map. I need to get out of here. We're down to 4 minutes, 29 seconds. And we've just lost our Hellcat to that IS-2. Now, I have a quick look behind me. Can I get a shot on this guy? One last shot before I have to move. He stops. Just for a brief moment. Can I get a splash on him? Yep, I do get a hit, but it's only 35 hit points. So I need to get out of here now because he's the next player I'm going to see if he comes in my direction. Well, we're running very short on time now. 3 minutes 50 seconds left on the clock. Skirting past the river. Whoa! Didn't get that quite right. Almost fell in. That would have been embarrassing. Now, they found one of the enemies on the east side of the map, right up at the far end. I know the IS-2's behind me. I'm hoping that the IS on our team will stop that IS-2 from getting closer to us. There's the other Grille. He's obviously aiming in the same direction. Now, the first thing I've got to do is get towards the cap. We've only got 6 tanks left on our team, and the IS-2 has actually found the IS-1. And suddenly see that. Now, I think I can get a shot in his direction. Let's see. The other Grille fires over the top of him. I'm dialing in as quickly as I can. And I get a bit of splash. I pressed the button so hard I came out of aim view. That is a fault which I keep worrying about. The IS-2's gone. That's good news. But now the bad news. We're only 2 minutes 30 seconds left from losing the battle. So somebody needs to get to the cap and quick. Otherwise this is going to be a loss. There's still 4 enemies left. They've got a Super Hellcat, a Panther, a Grille, and a Fifi. Well, the Panther's up in the far east corner of the map. I know this is a bit risky what I'm doing. I'm going to go close to the river and try and dash towards the cap. That's the 2-minute warning. Okay, you can see my teammates are gathering around where the Panther was last seen. And I'm going to make a dash for the cap. Okay, I've got my priorities on the target. The Panther's now being shredded. And I've just spotted the Fifi. In fact, it wasn't me who spotted him. But I can see him. Hello, Mr. Fifi. Can you see me? Well, you know I'm around because I just hit you for 138. I'm going to have to get close to the cap now. I need to get in the cap. There's only 3 enemies left. We know where one of the Arty is, the Fifi. He's just in front of me. I'm getting closer. I need to get into the cap as quickly as I can. Oh, I've just found the Grille. He's just a short distance away. I'm going to try and auto aim. Oh! Now, I could have actually just driven in and shotgunned the Grille, but I don't think he's going to last very long. And I'm in the cap. And I've tried to go for the ram, but he's dead anyway. And now we got 3 in the cap. 23 seconds to cap out. And I need to get into cover just in case that Super Hellcat comes looking. I should be safe if I stay in the bushes. I'm still in the cap. I just need sight of the enemy. We think that he might be on the other side of the battlefield. And I platooned with the T-67 because I realized there's an event on, so they need the extra platoon time. And that's it. We've done it. With only 15 seconds left on the clock, we've won. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for 4Q2 in the Grille. And I also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this one. I got 7, and my win rate was much higher, 4,078 in this game. But I wasn't actually the first one in the cap. I was the second one in the cap. But it just goes to show, if you know where your W key is, you might as well use it. And the fact that I did help the team cap out to win with only 15 seconds left on the clock shows that Arty is not sitting at the back waiting for everyone else to do the job. Sometimes you have to get the courage and go front and find the enemy. And in fact, I know I didn't find the Leffy, but I did find the Grille on the enemy team, and I would have got a ram kill. I should have held that shell, and instead of shooting at or auto-aiming at the PP, I should have just driven in and shotgunned the Grille at close range. Anyway, it was a good result, so let's have a look at the team score. Didn't get the highest damage. That went to the SMV-CC56. It was a tier 7 game with tier 5 tanks in it. He picked up Brubs and Arms and High Caliber, 2,822 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to the IS with 2,372. He picked up a Steel Wall. Third highest damage in the game actually went to the IS-2 on the enemy team, 1,918. I actually picked up 1,236 hit points of damage on that game, so not a bad score, keeping my average high. When it came to kills, though, it was shared between the IS on our team and the Super Hellcat on the enemy team. They both had 4 kills apiece. 3 kills went to the SMV CC56 and the P43-2 on our team. who also picked up a Brothers in Arms, and 2 kills went to me, so I'm enjoying third place on that one, in third place. When it came to base XP, I'm actually in third place again because the SMVCC56 got 1,111. The IS got 1,081. They were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base, with me picking up third place with 779. I fired 14 rounds in the game, 7 direct hits on the enemy, none of them penetrated, but I did get 11 splash. Damage of 1,236 hit points, of which 1,098 were at more than 300 meters. So some close range shooting. In fact, the close range shooting was actually at the PP, and I don't know why he didn't see me, but it may have been the bushes that were actually in the way, or the trees, that he couldn't see me, or maybe he was focusing on my teammates, not on me. I spotted 1 enemy vehicle, that was the Grille. 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were killed, 154 hit points of damage assistance, and 985 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. I also got 39 capture points in the cap at the end of the game. So you can see I was instrumental in getting the win for that one. I also got 51,165 credits profit and 2,921 experience points. Now, I must admit, after I played these games, and they were fun games, I actually had a couple of absolutely diabolical ones where the teams that I was playing on were absolutely awful, and there was nothing I could do to try and save the game. In most of the cases, I was actually the lead scorer on the game, but they were over very, very quickly, and so my average dropped again. But I am still close, so I will get the 3rd mark in the next day or so. I hope you enjoyed those replays. If you did, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.